Hello, Adonis. Very happy to have this meeting, this interview with you. Welcome to my house. I prefer face-to-face meetings and interviews, but this moment in time, due to the COVID-19 situation, we're forced to do this from home. So welcome and thank you very much. At this moment, I would like you to introduce yourself to our audience. So, Antonis from Carriers Chartering, please tell us a few things about yourself.
Hello, Dimitri. Thanks for having me, and greetings and welcome to my living room as well. It would have been much more pleasant for me as well to have a face-to-face interview, but given the circumstances, I guess it's the only way. A little about myself. My name is Antonis Mantessis. I'm with Carriers Chartering in Athens, Greece, and I'm a dry cargo chartering broker, focusing mainly on the handy and super size.
Okay, so the obvious question, how has your job been practically affected by the current situation?
Well, it hasn't been too pleasant for many of us. Others have been working from home more often, and they were a bit more accustomed in this situation. Things are a lot slower, and many of the brokers, they don't have the comfort of 2 or 3 screens, and they don't have their landline devices. They only got one phone, their cell phone, that they can use. Everything must be done on a laptop. Several of my colleagues even picked up their PCs from the office and took them home. But the whole situation certainly has affected our profession. We're fortunate enough, though, to be working properly, and for many of us, I'd say that the past month or so has been a test that has proved that it can be done, and we can do this from home.
Okay, so you miss your office, but you can still do your job.
That is correct. I mean, the communication between us colleagues, we're used to being in an open plan office, and everyone talking can be heard by everyone. Right now, okay, we have to call each other. We have to communicate mainly via Skype or say WhatsApp. The job is still being done, albeit in a slower pace, so to speak.
So, a second question, what is the sense you are getting from the market at the moment, and what are the ship owners and the charters doing in this current situation?
Today, we're at the end of the second week of April, so I believe that we're past the point where the market is numb, and everyone is looking to cope with all this. Everyone has been working from home from anything between 2 to 4 or 5 weeks, so we know how this is developing and is going on. There are 2 sides in this coin. First of all, I would say, okay, the charters have experienced a slowdown in the market. The sellers and buyers, shippers and receivers of cargoes have been, reluctant in getting the shipping or receiving the goods. Several orders have been postponed, which has a clear effect in the market. I mean, cargoes have been postponed, and there has been a slowdown. On the other hand, the charters have their traders. I heard a person say that no one is there to create business, or at least to create new business. And this is true. I mean, in this market, when a trader sits at home, They don't have the comfort of the office. They don't have the comfort of a landline, of two screens. They just have their cell phone. It's not easy to move forward and to do business in that way. And this has certainly affected the market. And of course, there's high uncertainty as regards to where the virus will hit, who will be affected in a week or a month, or what the situation at the ports will be. Now, as regards to the owners and the operators, the operators have been really reluctant to be quoting freight rates for forward shipments. Obviously the chip bunkers are not helping, and a lack of FFA activity, or at least an FFA activity as we knew it before this came into our lives, is not helping. The owners, on the other hand, they have trouble in attending matters regarding the ship, be it spares, be it crew changes, and all that. And a common problem between owners and operators will be, taking and bearing the risk of ports which have been shut down or are expected to shut down. I mean, the charters and the traders are not taking any responsibility in that, and the owners on the other side and the operators are the ones who need to accept this and to take that into account, which is very, very damaging for their calculations, and at the end of the day, it's not helping at all. So I would say this has created a big debate in the market as regards to who should be responsible for those risks.
Next question is about the very low oil price. So do you think this will have an impact on the whole situation?
It certainly will. It will be much easier for ships to ballast for 10, 15, 20, 30 days just to get one cargo. And I'm not talking about Panamaxes and Kamsarmaxes and Capesizes only. Just this week, a ship owner having their ship open in the Red Sea, they chose to bear the cost of transiting the Suez Canal and ballasting all the way to the Mediterranean, just to fix one cargo that would pay $10,000 per day for 40, 45 days. And the low bunker prices is something which, of course, they had into consideration and helped the decision, for sure.
Up to now, we've seen that the shipping industry has gone through many, many, many crises. How do you think that shipping is going to respond to this crisis?
Yes, it is true that the shipping market has been through several crises over the years. I believe that this is again going to be one more crisis that the shipping market will get past, and it will persevere. Don't forget, especially as regards to the dry bulk market, we're talking about the trade of raw materials. Maybe construction will not be continued as we know it, or it won't be to such an extent, but don't forget that we still need electricity. We still need to be eating bread, so coal, grains will be transported throughout the world. It's just a matter of how we'll get out of this crisis and how exactly the market will respond, both mid and long term.
Let's hope for the best for the future. At this point, I would like to thank you very much for having this interview with me. I wish you all the best, health, stay safe, stay at home, and let's wait to see a positive outcome to this whole crisis, this global crisis.
We remain positive. Thank you for having me. Stay safe and stay sane. Thank you very much.